Hey Leo, welcome to your first reading for the month of March. How are you? I hope you are well and enjoying the weekend. If you're watching this when I'm publishing it, my readings are not date or time specific unless I mention it up front. So I just trust that whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, if it's aligned with your storyline, then it's likely your message no matter when you come upon it. Also, it is a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, and Rising. So if you're here as a cross watcher, that's fine. Just remember that my intentions that I set are for Leo, Sun, and Rising. You should be able to find the Moon and Venus references in the clarifiers, just so you know that's how my readings work. I did want to mention as well, if you're new to the channel, welcome, that I hope that if you enjoy the reading, that you will join us by subscribing. That's the only way I can grow the channel. I am asking for your subscription. That's the exchange. I would love your subscription. And the last message is about channel memberships. I know I've been mentioning it for a little while, and I thought I was going to launch it on the 1st, and then I thought better because I have had a horrendous Mercury retrograde, and I decided to wait until we're completely through the shadow phase because I've had some technology gremlins even in the shadow phase. So be on the lookout for that around March 13th, 14th-ish. I'm saying ish so that y'all know that barring any last minute issues, it should be up somewhere around then. What are they? 2 levels. One, as I've been promising, the morning musings will flip into the first membership level. And I have reset the intentions for that. And for the past 2.5 weeks, I've been reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus on the morning musings. So they're a little bit bigger of a reading. They cover a broader audience. So more of you might be able to find messages that way. You will also get the solar return extendeds and the new moon and full moon extendeds as well in that first tier of membership. Those 3 extendeds, it's a $33 value, so it's kind of a no-brainer, but I just wanted to let you know that what will be there. What's a solar return? Some people ask. It's the birthday readings I do. I do have to catch up on Aquarius. I missed while I had my accident, and Pisces is underway. So the main readings will be here in the YouTube, right, as they always are, but the extendeds will be available in the membership platform. What does the second level get? Everything that the first level I just mentioned for the first level, plus a minimum of 1 masterclass per month. I'm hoping to do more, but I would rather over deliver. So a minimum of 1 masterclass. Masterclasses run an hour to an hour and a half long. It's a deep dive into topics of interest, all things tarot, twin flame, north-south node, new moon, full moon rituals. There's, I will be polling the membership to see what more you want for me to cover. So if you like my style and you would like to learn from me, that's one way to do it, okay? So I just want to let you know that. Thank you so much for listening to that, and be on the lookout for the announcement of the launch. Yay, I'm so excited. So I'm pulling 2 cards from Spirit Animal Oracle, 1 for Divine Masculine, 1 for Divine Feminine. Oh, I love this. Remember, you can always feel free to flip the energies around throughout the reading. So what that means is I set the intention, this is the masculine side, this is the divine feminine side, but if it comes out that for you, the whole masculine side really resonates with you, but you insist you are the feminine, that's fine. Just flip the labels. It does not invalidate the reading. It is a collective reading, so I kind of have to give you some wiggle room to realign it. Masculine gets, that being said, card 28. 2 and 8 is 10, so there's completion here. Frog spirit, clear out the clutter. So there's a clean sweep coming in here for this masculine is how it feels. It almost feels, I gotta say, Tower just comes into my head. It's just coming in. So even though it's gentle, frog spirit, the clearing out the clutter to me feels a little Tower-esque. And when I think of the number 10, it's really like that 0 kind of disappears and we go back to the ace. We go back to 1. So it feels to me like there's a bit of a reset going on. You've come full circle. You've completed the cycle. Clear out the clutter, or Spirit will take care of that for you. Card 58, Stag Spirit, take the lead. Take the lead. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So there's a structure here in this stag spirit. This is the cover photo, by the way, the cover image on the deck. Take the lead. So I'm almost getting a sense that would clear out the clutter and take the lead, that there may be a masculine who is going to need to kind of, in that clearing out the clutter, may need to kind of take a back seat and focus on what's going on in their immediate world. And the feminine may have to kind of jump in and take the lead for a while, at least energetically. And that makes sense. That's partly how these dynamics work. And we support each other in our divine connections. And, you know, taking the lead doesn't necessarily mean anything other than holding, you know, creating that soft place for your counterpart to land and then steering the connection forward. Does that make sense? So it doesn't actually mean that you have to become more divine masculine in your pursuit of the other. It just means for a while you may have to steer the ship. Okay, one card from Soul Coaching Oracle. Let's see, this is for the Leos watching. The Leos watching. Fulfillment. Oh, that's lovely. Joy abounds in all areas of my life. So fulfillment card to me, 9 of Cups can be wish fulfillment, and the 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. So joy abounds in all areas of my life. The 9 and the 10 feel powerful there. Also, if you are here as a divine feminine Leo, this stag spirit is really drawing on your natural leadership skills, right? Taking the lead and kind of getting out front, guiding the ship. All right, let's see what's going on in your divine connection. Twin flame soulmate messages for Leo, sun and rising. The morning reading I did for you was off the wall. I almost used every single card in the clarifier deck. It was powerful. I had to almost take a nap after it. Masculine, that's what I'm talking about, right? I feel like this masculine's going through something. Death card, transformation. That's Scorpio energy there, FYI. Feminine, stepping into the reading in this energy of the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is conflict. It represents, right, the 5s are all about shifts and change and things being uncomfortable or some measure of instability. But with the Wands, it's about, tensions are, tempers are high and tensions are running high, and there's a lack of harmony and a lack of unity. Now, this can be inner conflict, but it can also be coming from an outside source. So we will look at that. Oh, perfect. In the past, Wheel of Fortune for this masculine, all in divine time. Right now, 8 of Cups. Wow. And then the musician. Did I say that? The magician. Virgo and Gemini and that magician. Sagittarius, Jupiter energy in that Wheel of Fortune. So 3 major arcana out of 4 cards. This is a powerful time for this masculine. The life-changing events are taking place. Feminine in the past, 8 of Swords. Yeah, I don't know what the heck to do. What's my next best step? Feeling stuck right now. Wow, there is definitely a power struggle here. This feminine. Whew, 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Some serious resistance, but in the future, some communication. So that bodes well. But we're going to have to take a deeper look at what this feminine is resisting. What's the source of the... It doesn't always have to be resistance. It can be speaking truth to power, right? Standing up for yourself and pushing back against this kind of energy, so that whatever the conflict is about, This could be just the feminine stepping forward and saying no, right? It can be defensive, yes, but the normal words are resistance and defensive. I also see it as asserting one's authority in the moment, one's position, standing in your truth and your power here. So we'll look at that. After a long time of not knowing what the next best step was, an overthinking thing, it's like, now, no more. I'm not interested. I'm not picking up what you're laying down. I'm not buying what you're selling. I'm not smelling what you're cooking. I could go on. Woof. Whole deck was upside down. I'm still going to take it. The whole deck was upside down. Hanged Man, Pisces and Scorpio together here. So while this masculine is experiencing the transformation, this phase of transformation, and what this is really about is some energy or behavior or pattern or life circumstance, even something like that needs to die off so that the new can be born into existence. Way back here on the horizon is the beautiful sun peeking over the hills, or right by the castle. There's a castle there way off in the background, and you've got this beautiful white rose. So there's a symbol of peace here, even though it's a foreboding kind of doom and gloom looking card. There is hope in this card. And the hangman coming out on top of it lets me know, as the reader, that this masculine is waiting for that enlightenment. This is a difficult part of our journey, and we all go through it, and sometimes multiple times. And so they're kind of pulled back, not taking any real action, sort of surveying everything that's gone on for, from the 30,000 foot view, looking at everything from a new perspective or with fresh eyes before they journey on. I have this lovely quote, because the death card is sort of a part of self-discovery in that transformation, and this is certainly self-discovery. While you wait for the enlightenment, it says the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. There it is. So that is what's happening for this masculine at this time. Underneath, I will take this King of Cups. The King of Cups is sort of this masculine. For those who are new, when I pull from under the deck, it's like, what's in the psyche? What's right under the surface, but could be motivating behavior? And this is someone who is coming from high vibration and love. It's a card of emotional availability and vulnerability. But here's the issue with the King of Cups. They don't always know how to express their feelings. There's discomfort there. So sometimes they feel like, I'm just going to use man on an island because it's a masculine archetype here. Man on an island alone with their feelings and nowhere to really properly express them. They just don't know how. So, or they're not comfortable. So while there is emotional availability and high vibration love and even vulnerability, the expression of all of that does not come easily. Also represents water. We have all water right here. This masculine could be a water sign: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune in the past. All in divine time. The path will be made clear. So there's a little bit of crossroads energy there as well. When you come upon the Two of Wands, you're looking at the horizon. You've hit that point in your life where the paths are not many, they are two. And there's not a right or wrong, but one of them is better for you than the other. And there's that world of possibilities in the palm of your hand, but the focus is kind of narrowing in, asking you to choose the path. And I feel as if this masculine in the past was aware that something was changing, like the divine order of things was kind of unfolding and the path would be made clear. Maybe even in an unexpected way. Judgment. Oh my gosh. Yes, second chances, forgiveness. Maybe even a matter of redemption for this masculine. choosing the path that would lead to redemption and forgiveness and second chances, very likely with this feminine, because this is a card of past life soulmates. It is a twin flame card. So it's about answering the call of the connection. I do not know why. I just feel the need to say this. All of a sudden, I've got a helicopter hovering very low around my property. I don't know what it's about. I'm not going to take the time to look, but if you hear it, that's what it is. Underneath here, we've got the Hierophant. So that suggests that this masculine on some level in the past was really becoming fully, you know, on an internal level, within the psyche, within their spiritual body, aware of who they are at their core and a need to be true to themselves. So this Hierophant can also be a card of spiritual awakening. So can the Death card. So can the Judgment card. So this may be a masculine who's been in the process of spiritual awakening and moving closer to their true self, their higher self. So right now, present experience in the connection has something to do with the Eight of Cups. It can be walking away from something that no longer serves or going in search of what better serves. Does that make sense? To me, it's always the beginning of the hermit's journey. They're definitely emotionally disengaged. That Four of Cups on the Eight of Cups with the soulmate. There's a feeling here that there's a detachment. What I'm getting out of it, quite honestly, because I see the Magician coming up in the future, is I feel this masculine knows that this connection, which is not in union right now, there may be resistance and rejection or some resistance on the part of the feminine to engage on an emotional level. I feel like they're going in search of the soulmate. I feel like they're going in search, but there's an energy here of emotional rejection and disengagement and a need here for this connection to be recognized and dealt with. So I'm feeling like it's in their conscious awareness because it's from the top of the deck, but I'm not sure they know what to do. Where do I head? Where do I go? Yeah, see, they want reconciliation. So I'm feeling this feminine pulled away, Four of Cups. Feminine pulled away. It actually doesn't matter who pulled away. You both could have gone separate ways at the same time for this, for your own individual reasons. But this is a masculine who is now going in search of this, the lovers, the Gemini energy of the lovers, the twin, the soulmate, whatever you want to call it, for reunion or union, and wants that reconciliation. Then we get that beautiful energy of manifestation of the Magician, having all the tools they need at their disposal to manifest what they desire. Just for fun, so you know, this card here, right? As above, so below. That's about wrangling it down from the celestial 5D down to the earthly 3D. That's what that's all about. Continue shuffling a little bit more. Yes, moving to the calmer waters and together. That feels so good. To the peace of mind and the balance. I feel this masculine may be walking away from something else that doesn't serve them anymore now, like another connection or some pattern of behavior that has not been serving them on an emotional level. I do kind of feel like they're going through this transformation, parting with what no longer serves them. That Four of Cups kind of trips me out because I almost feel like it's more about an energy of emotional detachment in general. But I feel, because I pulled the Lovers, that I'm finding it coming more from the feminine. So wanting to move to calmer waters, that makes sense. 5 of Wands for the feminine. Why is this feminine stepping into the reading in the 5 of Wands? Gosh, I had that whole deck upside down. It's the second time. Note to self, helicopters distract me. So, with the 5 of Wands, we get clarification of the 9 of Wands, right? This is definitely some dicey energy, but this feminine's got no quit in them. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to scrap it out if I have to, or deal with this interference, whatever is creating the conflict. It could be inner conflict, but with the 9 of Wands, I'm not really feeling like it is. I feel like the feminine may be conflicted about what's going on in the connection, but they haven't given up yet. That 9 of Wands perseveres. One more on that. There's the 8 of Swords again. So definitely all up in the head, overthinking things, feeling stuck, not sure of your next best move. Let me tell you the truth here, feminine. The next best step is into that puddle. And that puddle represents your feelings and emotions. So you cannot think your way out of this. You have to feel your way. You have to drop into your heart chakra and feel your way out of it. Now that I see it coming through from the past to the present, you haven't gotten the memo, so let's work on that. I mean, I say it with love. I really do. Underneath, I love the 7 of Pentacles because on some level, even though you're overthinking and feeling really stuck, maybe even a little trapped, like I don't really have a move to make here. It's not my move to make, possibly, is what's coming through. The 7 of Pentacles is a sign that you understand the seeds have been planted and things will unfold organically, according to the laws of nature. So that's a good sign. 8 of Swords in the past. Something went down between you two for sure. It's been coming through a lot of the readings, Leo. Last week, I know the reading was, still carrying a torch for the twin, and that was coming more from the masculine side toward the feminine. But here for the feminine in the past, really stuck, not knowing your next best step forward because of all the all the spilled wine, the regrets of the past, the mistakes of the past. It was very backwards looking when the 2 of Cups was right there behind you the whole time. So there's this love here that exists. I love this deck because it really makes that 2 of Cups more prominent. And to me, this deck shows you a very clear idea of what the lack of balance is, all that backward facing energy, looking at what's been lost instead of what you have. So it's pretty clear to me. 7 of Wands again. So the feminine here, I feel like there's a cause, like there's something here this feminine is defending. Defending your position, perhaps, if you're here as the feminine. Something went wrong here, but there's this energy of standing up for yourself and defending yourself. Not in an aggressive way, but the only word that I'm thinking of is position. Well, hello, Virgo. 9 of Pentacles underneath, going off independently, staying independent, autonomous. Beautiful, beautiful energy of this 9 of Pentacles. My favorite card in the deck for this deck because of the coloration. It's so beautiful. But it lets you see that this is someone who really knows how to attract the lush life. This is somebody who likes, or I should say, the luxe life, right? Like loving lush foliage and luxe clothing and whatever you desire in this energy, you can attract pretty easily. And the only thing that escapes you is a love life that stays. Don't I know it? So I feel like whatever went on, feminine just was resigned to staying independent and autonomous and focusing on themselves, their life, their career, their work, their family, whatever. Their stability, Pentacles. But this 7 of Wands, the Page of Wands came out this morning and I couldn't kind of figure it out then either. Got it. Got this too, and I will take this as well. So underneath, we have the two knights, love and passion. And in between them are that 9 of cups, that fulfillment energy, a wish fulfilled. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Between this person returning from the past with all this ardent, passionate energy, and it doesn't always have to be returning from the past, but just showing up. This is that energy on impulse. The minute, they get the inspiration, wands, they act on it with passion, and it's very grand gestures and sweep you up off your feet kind of energy. Fire, right? Aries, Leo, Sag. And then there's the Knight of Cups, which is heart wide open. Remember? Heart wide open, nothing to hide, emotional availability, wearing your heart on your sleeve. This is the most romantic card in the deck. And in between is someone who's really kind of content with all of this. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty fulfilled. I got it all going on here. But what that's clarifying is a resistance to and a need to heal from player energy. Just going to say it. The cards come out, I read the cards. The Page of Wands, pages are a little less evolved. They're not a king, certainly. But sometimes the Page of Wands, not always, but sometimes the Page of Wands just acts out of self-interest, right? They want what they want when, in the moment. It's usually more of a physical appeal, right? It's more about chemistry and getting their needs met in that way. So this card does every now and then get a bad rep for being a little bit of a player. And I feel like this feminine in this moment right now is feeling a little bit played. And, this message coming in, if it has already come in, doesn't have the depth or the stability that this feminine is looking for. So I feel the resistance to it and a need to heal and reflect on it. The Four of Swords is a card of healing, but it's also a card of going within to kind of reset, to reevaluate, reassess, realign, recharge a battery, review, renew, all those words that we often associate with a Mercury retrograde. It's very interesting. Swords, Mercury is an air planet, rules the air. Gemini actually rules Virgo too, but you get where I'm going. And then underneath is all this, if this person comes toward me with love and passion, I will be all the more content for it, fulfilled. And then we've got the communication card. 8 of Wands. It can be traveled too. I will say the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Wands together, because it's both in the future, you may need to travel to each other. That may be happening, and I'm saying that because here's where we're headed. Endings and new beginnings. And that conversation that takes place, that kind of sets this all in motion, the world, Aquarius and Capricorn. It's ruled by Saturn though, so just so you know, it is about, learning lessons and coming to completion, completing out a cycle before a new one begins. What have we learned here? What's gone on? Woo! 4 of Pentacles is a little caution, right? This feminine may be very guarded, very cautious, not having their heart chakra exposed at all. And possibly even a little stubborn, might I dare say, because I am seeing the 7 of Wands twice and that 4 of Pentacles, all very kind of stuck, got my heels dug in kind of energy. Yep, I nailed it. There's that, if I might say so myself, there's that feminine energy underneath. So yes, still having the open heart of the beautiful unconditional love of the divine feminine as the Empress, but having certain boundaries in place perhaps. If this is speaking to you, I am taking it to the extended. For those of you who already know the drill, this is for the new folks. I'm going to do a 3-card pull. We're going to look at what you need to focus on, taking all this energy, all the energy, the oracle, everything. What do you need to focus on right now? Got it? What needs your immediate attention? Boom. Then what is the block or the challenge around the love here, or around whatever the issue is? Could be a dynamic between the two of you around that issue, and then what can you do about it or expect to come of it? And then I clarify that. I will also offer you messages to and from each other. What are you trying to say at 5D? One card for you, Leo, from your higher self, Spirit of the Universe. I like to say that's when your spiritual team gets a chance to weigh in on the whole situation and give you their best advice. And then as well as the last card is what you can expect going forward. If timing's a factor, that's where it would show up. I would love to see you there in a second. The link to that is below. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in a future reading. Take care, Leo. Bye.